just made Seamus some breakfast. He wakes up so hungry in the morning, so I just popped some like chickpeas, toast, apple, banana all on the plate. Just left him to it. It's over there. I would have got him some water as well. I'm gonna make myself a cup of licorice tea. It's about 6:30 this morning, which is when Shay wakes up. I've got a working day today. My nanny's going to arrive soon, so I'm gonna head out to the gym, and then I'm gonna cook up some recipe for my blog and social media, and then I'm going to work on this IBS program that I am launching. Today's theme is all going to be around reducing the bloat, because the bloat is horrible. I hate when I get bloated, and I've got some I gotta go. Shay wanted me to feed him, and he just likes to be fed with a spoon at the moment. So today's video is all about beating the bloat. So the first thing that I'm doing to not bloating is to not eat breakfast first thing in the morning. I find I quite like having a little bit of a snack late at night, so I normally put off breakfast till after the gym and work out on an empty stomach. I know for not everyone that works, and I want you to take that with all these tips that I give you today. Like, we're all by individual. This might work for you, this might not. So, you know, take each tip, figure out if it's right for you. It might be, it might not. The first tip I do is not eat breakfast immediately. And the reason I do that is because it gives my digestive system a little bit of a break from yesterday of eating a little bit later in the evening. And it just means that I'm not just shoving more food into it, which really helps me not feel sort of super bloated. The second thing that I do is to take a probiotic in the morning. But I want to warn you, if you're someone that has really severe IBS, actually eating lots of probiotics and prebiotics might not be the right thing for you. And that's why I'm creating this program, is to teach you about this, because sometimes probiotics and prebiotics can actually enhance your symptoms. So only take them if you don't have big flare-ups of IBS. So I just got back from the gym, I did a yoga class, and I also did a meditation. I've been doing this calm app called 7 Days of Calming Anxiety, which has been so good, because I think when it comes to bloating, it's like 20% about what you eat, 40% how you eat, and then 40% just your stress levels. So this is really, really helping. For Becky, I'm going to make a smoothie. I've got some almond milk. I'm putting in this collagen protein powder, which I'm really enjoying. It's got a little bit of chocolate in it. Collagen, I'm finding is really good for my hair, skin and nails, as it says. I'm putting in a bit of protein powder, and then this glow powder as well, which is so yummy and really good for my skin. I'm going to add in some frozen courgette, which I've just been steaming and then freezing, and you can just add it into smoothies just to up the veggie content. So I am starting a podcast, which is really exciting, but it feels very overwhelming because there are so many things you need to buy, and there are so many things you need to do and learn about to get there. So I bought this H4n Pro recording device. I've got 2 sets of microphones and stands. I've got cables, I've got SD cards, I've got headphones, like a full-blown recording studio here. So the podcast is going to be called Get Your Glow Black. The podcast is going to be called Get Your Glow Back, and it's for mums who potentially feel like the wellness industry doesn't speak to them, because I know that's how I feel, that I don't know, you know, you read articles and it says to you, oh, like the way to get more healthy, sleep more, the way to be less stressed, like go on a week's retreat, you know, and these things are just not really speaking to me as a mum anymore. So I'm kind of wanting to reframe wellness for mothers. We're heading out for our first podcast, which is very exciting. Look at the equipment I've been traveling around with. I didn't quite think through these like gigantic mics, but we're gonna go get some lunch just before we meet up with to record my first podcast. My gorgeous nanny is making this delicious recipe from the Detox Kitchen, which is butternut squash and sweet potato gnocchi with broccoli. I just got back from recording a podcast, which went really well. So excited for it to come out. I just got changed into a nice dress because I just felt like I needed to jazz it all up. I did my handstand class as well with Simon, which was fantastic. I'm still not there with my handstand, but I know I will get there at some point in my life. So I've been thinking a little bit about some of the stuff that I do to help reduce my bloating, and exercise is definitely one of them. Exercise is one of the most amazing stress reducers, and stress is probably one of the biggest causes of IBS. So I really recommend, if you are someone that gets quite stressed, to try and let it out in exercise form, whether that's a handstand class, a dance class, running outside. But I do think exercise can go on the other end of the spectrum, which is when people are smashing it, you know, like 2 HIIT classes a day, huge long marathon runs, and actually they are killing themselves and making them more stressed through exercise. So it's the magic word, the magic B word, balance, with these sorts of things for reducing your bloating. Another thing that came up from speaking to a girlfriend the other day is dehydration. Now, often we just don't drink enough water, and it can be one of the biggest causes of bloating. So just being really conscious of drinking your water. I always have a big bottle of water wherever I go. If I go to a meeting and someone says, what do you want to drink? I always say water. Even if I want a tea or a coffee with it, I'll always try and have a glass of water there. And do remember that a glass of coffee, because it contains caffeine, is quite dehydrating for the body, to always drink a glass of water for every cup of coffee you have, on top of the other 8 glasses of water that we need to be drinking every single day. So these things have been really helping reduce my bloating, and they seem so simple, right? You're like, exercise, ugh, heard it before, oh my god, water, heard it before, but we're not doing enough of them. So we need to be thinking of ways of like motivating ourselves and making these habits and rituals that we have in our lives. So I love to schedule my exercise. I love to bring a bottle of water wherever I go. I will put little reminders on my phone to drink. You know, just anything that you can do to kind of make it fit into your life is just the key to make it a habit that sticks. IBS isn't a disease, it's a syndrome, so it's not about curing it, it's about managing your symptoms. So all these tips I'm giving you, and any tips that you read from other people, remember that they might work for you, they might not. You know, it's got to be constant detective work. Bloating can be highly emotional. It is something that can make us feel, you know, not good about ourselves, not, you know, our best selves. It can be incredibly uncomfortable, painful, and that's why I wanted to create this program, the Happy Gut Guide, that's coming out soon, because I want to just basically get out all the knowledge that I have and help people, because 1 in 7 people have got IBS. That is a huge amount of people, and so many people are suffering in silence, and I want to stop that. If that was one thing that I could do in my life, it would be to help people with IBS, because I know what it's like and I want to help people get through it. So it's coming out soon. It's going to be a game changer, so get ready for it. finished my dinner and I'm going to start winding down. Part of like reducing my IBS is definitely about having lots of downtime. Downtime is so underestimated. You know, I think we're always trying to achieve and do things, but actually we need to rest and relax as well. So I'm going to hopefully settle Seamus down. I don't know if you can hear him in the background, and then watch a little bit of TV and relax. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. The Happy Gut Guide is coming super soon, so don't forget to stay tuned for it because I know it's going to be a game changer. Bye.